There's a guy who parks his 2012 Toyota Camry in the employee lot every morning. Faded silver paint, a few door dings, nothing flashy. His coworkers assume he's scraping by, maybe one paycheck from trouble. What they don't know is that he has $3.8 million in index funds, a paid-off house, and his kid's college fully funded. He could quit tomorrow if he wanted. He chooses the Camry on purpose. Research from the Millionaire Next Door shows the median car price millionaires pay is just $31,367. An Experian study found 61% of people earning over $250,000 drive Toyotas, Hondas, or Fords, not luxury brands. Meanwhile, 8% of people earning under $100,000 own high-end vehicles, spending $60,000 on cars while making $50,000 a year. One group looks wealthy, the other group actually is wealthy. These are rarely the same people. This video isn't about pinching pennies or living miserably. It's about understanding something most people never figure out, that looking poor can be the single biggest financial advantage you ever gain. If you're tired of feeling broke despite working hard, and you're ready to see why the people who actually build wealth behave nothing like the people who appear wealthy, stay with me. Sarah is 38, a regular office manager earning $85,000 after taxes, about $5,200 hitting her account monthly. She contributes 8% to her 401k with a match and feels she's doing the responsible thing. Her retirement accounts total $80,000. Fixed costs seem typical. Rent $1,950 for a nice two-bedroom. Car payment $520. She upgraded last year after a raise. Insurance $220. Utilities and phone $280. Groceries $650. That's over $3,600 committed before extras, like eating out or weekend trips. Most months she ends with $1,000 to $1,500 left in checking. But one $900 repair or unexpected bill drops it near zero, and the stress returns. I should have more by now. She scrolls Instagram, sees friends buying homes or traveling, and promises herself she'll save more soon. When a raise comes, it quietly funds a nicer place or better car. It feels earned, like progress. Marcus is the same age, similar $82,000 income, roughly $5,000 take-home. His retirement savings sit at $220,000. Fixed costs? Rent $1,450. He stayed put after raises. Insurance $180 on a paid-off car, utilities $240. Total around $1,870. He auto-transfers $1,000 to investments the day pay hits. The remaining money covers life without constant worry. When something breaks, he pays cash and moves on. Both live in the same city, work hard, face similar pressures and bills. Sarah feels okay because she pays on time and saves a little. Marcus feels calm because he built structure early. The difference isn't talent or huge income. It's boundaries that let compounding start quietly instead of waiting for someday. Sarah drifts month to month on autopilot. Marcus builds steadily. Over time, that small gap widens into a massive one, just like it did for regular people who invested through 2009 instead of waiting for safety. The uncomfortable truth most people never face until it's too late. Looking wealthy and actually being wealthy are almost never the same thing. And the vast majority get it backwards. Research from the Millionaire Next Door shows that 80% of millionaires are first generation. They built it themselves, not inherited. Half have lived in the same house for over 20 years. They're more likely to drive a Ford or Toyota than a luxury brand. They cluster in middle-class and blue-collar neighborhoods, not gated communities. The authors expected the opposite and were shocked. Experian data confirms it. 61% of people earning over $250,000 drive Toyotas, Hondas, or Fords, practical cars that blend in. Meanwhile, 8% of people earning under $100,000 own luxury vehicles, spending $60,000 plus on cars while making $50,000 a year. One group looks rich. The other group actually is rich. Sarah is on the wrong side. Her $80,000 saved at 38 looks modest. But her lifestyle choices, upgrading cars, nicer rent after raises, eat every extra dollar. She appears doing okay to friends, but one big bill resets her to zero. No real buffer, no freedom. She's trading future security for current appearance. Marcus is the opposite. His $220,000 at 38 looks behind to outsiders, but his paid-off car, modest rent, and consistent investing compound quietly. He doesn't need to impress anyone. He has options. Quit if he wants, help family, travel without stress. The math is brutal. Someone earning $200,000 who saves 30% and invests it at 7% return over 25 years accumulates approximately $3.4 million. Someone earning the same $200,000 who saves only 5%, spending the rest on visible consumption, ends with about $680,000. The first person looks middle class. The second looks wealthy. The first is actually wealthy. The second is financially fragile. After 25 years, the invisible saver has 5 times the net worth. They have security. They have choices. They have freedom. The visible spender has memories of nice things and a lifetime of work ahead. Looking poor isn't deprivation, it's strategy. Every dollar spent on appearance is a dollar that can't compound. Most people chase visibility and end up trapped. The ones who build real wealth chase invisibility and win everything. Take a breath. You're not broken. You're not failing. You're not stuck because you're bad with money. You're stuck because you've been chasing the wrong kind of wealth. Sarah isn't doomed. She works hard, pays bills on time, avoids credit card debt spirals, and contributes to her 401k, even if it's only 8%. That quiet guilt she feels when her balance barely moves, it's proof she cares about her future. Most people who end up fragile never feel it. They keep upgrading, chasing status, and telling themselves, next year, until it's too late. You're feeling the discomfort right now because you already know looking wealthy isn't the same as being wealthy. That's not a flaw. That's clarity. The same clarity that let regular people build real wealth while others stayed one paycheck away from crisis. The relief is this: looking poor isn't deprivation, it's strategy. The first-generation millionaires in the Millionaire Next Door didn't inherit anything. They chose modest cars, modest homes, and invisible investments. Every dollar they didn't spend on appearance compounded for decades. Sarah doesn't have to become someone else. Marcus didn't. His $220,000 at 38 isn't luck. It's boundaries that let every extra dollar work instead of vanishing into visible upgrades. Sarah can still get there. You're in the exact same spot she is. The gap between appearing average and actually being wealthy is smaller than most think. It's not about earning more, it's about keeping more and letting it grow. The window is open, the rules ahead are simple, practical, and repeatable. Exactly what regular people used to build wealth while everyone else chased status. You don't need to be flashy, you just need to be intentional. Let's install those rules now. Rule 1. Cap visible spending at 20% of take-home pay. Keep what the world sees small, so what you keep for yourself can grow big. Sarah spends 35 to 40% of her $5,200 monthly take-home on visible things. Upgraded car payment, $520. Nicer rent, $1,950. Frequent dining, clothes that signal doing well. Raises get absorbed into more appearance, leaving almost nothing for compounding. Marcus caps visible at approximately 15 to 20%. Modest rent, $1,450. Paid off car, no payment. Basic outings, 80% plus goes to invisible assets. Investments buffer. Math, 20% cap equals $1,040 max visible. Leaves $4,160 for savings/investing. Invest $1,500 per month at 7% over 25 years yields approximately $1.2 million. At 40% visible, $2,080, only $3,120 left. Invest $1,000 per month, yields approximately $800,000. The looking poor choice adds $400,000 plus wealth. Immediate action. List last 3 months visible spending. Car payments, rent above basic, dining, clothes, entertainment, others see. Total it. Divide by take home. Over 20%? Pick largest item, plan reduction within 6 months, downgrade car at lease end, cheaper rent. Lock 20% cap in budget app. Next raise, 100% to invisible assets until visible percent less than 20%. This rule flips the game. Appearance costs less, wealth compounds more. Rule 2, drive a modest paid-off car. Make transportation invisible so your money can work instead of signaling status. Sarah has a $520 monthly car payment on an upgraded SUV. It looks successful, but ties up cash and adds insurance/depreciation costs. Raises get eaten by higher payments or new leases. Marcus drives a paid-off 2010 Toyota. No payment, low insurance, reliable. He keeps it 10 plus years. The money he doesn't spend on cars goes straight to investments. Math proof. A $60,000 luxury car with $520 payment, plus higher insurance/maintenance costs, approximately $80,000 over 5 years. Invest that $80,000 at 7% return over 25 years, yields approximately $430,000. A $20,000 paid-off car costs approximately $25,000 over 5 years. Invest the $55,000 difference to approximately $295,000. The modest car choice adds $135,000 plus in wealth. Immediate action. If you have a car payment, calculate total cost. Payment plus insurance, plus gas, plus maintenance. If over 10% of take-home, plan to pay off or downgrade at lease end/next purchase. Buy used, reliable, Toyota/Honda. Pay cash or short loan. Keep it 10 plus years. Next raise, direct the car upgrade money to investments instead. This rule frees thousands yearly for compounding while keeping you under the radar. Rule 3, live in a modest home. Keep housing costs low so your money compounds instead of funding a status symbol. Sarah's rent is $1,950 for a nicer 2-bedroom in a good area. It looks successful to friends, but ties up 37% of her $5,200 take home. Raises get absorbed into higher rent or upgrades, leaving little for investing. Marcus rents a modest $1,450 place. Reliable, but not flashy. He stayed put after raises, keeping housing at 29% of take-home. The extra cash goes to investments. Math proof. $500 extra per month on housing, nicer place, equals $6,000 per year. Invest that $6,000 per year at 7% over 25 years, yields approximately $405,000. Keep modest housing, and invest the difference yields $405,000 more wealth. Over time, the modest home choice adds hundreds of thousands, while the nicer home looks rich but stays fragile. Immediate action. Calculate your housing cost, percent of take-home, rent/mortgage plus utilities. Over 30%? Plan a reduction within 12 months. Move to cheaper place at lease end. Roommate, refinance if owning. Next raise, direct 100% of increase to investments until housing percent drops below 25%. Keep the home modest for 10 plus years. This rule frees thousands yearly for compounding while keeping you under the radar. Rule 4. Avoid lifestyle inflation on raises. Direct extra income to invisible assets instead of visible upgrades. Sarah gets a $500 monthly raise. She immediately upgrades rent or car, feeling deserved. Fixed costs rise, surplus stays tiny, compounding slows. Marcus gets the same raise. He keeps lifestyle flat, directs 100% extra to investments. His baseline stays modest while assets grow. Math proof, $500 per month raise invested at 7% over 25 years, yields approximately $400,000 from that raise alone. If spent on upgrades, $0 compounded. Over multiple raises, the difference is millions. Regular people who froze lifestyle after 2009 captured bull runs. Those who inflated stayed average. Immediate action. When your next raise hits, even $200 per month, calculate new take-home. Keep fixed/variable spending at current levels. Auto-transfer 100% of the increase to investments, brokerage, or 401k. Log it in Budget app as Wealth Acceleration. Repeat for every raise. This rule turns income growth into wealth growth while keeping appearance modest and under the radar. Rule 5. Do a 30-minute monthly reset. Review visible versus invisible spending so you stay aligned with wealth building instead of status chasing. Sarah checks her accounts sporadically. She misses small leaks, extra dining, subscription creep that add up and eat into compounding. Marcus does this every first. Opens accounts, writes 3 numbers: visible spending percent, car, rent above basic, dining/clothes others see, invisible assets growth, investments plus buffer change, total net worth change. He spots patterns, for example, spending spikes after stress, and adjusts immediately, cancels unused app, redirects $50 to investments. Math impact. Catching a $100 per month visible leak early, for example, unnecessary upgrade, saves approximately $100,000 in lost compounding over 25 years at 7%. Regular resets prevent silent erosion while the wealth gap widens. Immediate action. Set recurring calendar reminder for the first, or payday. Block 30 minutes. Open accounts. Write 1. Visible spending percent last month. 2. Invisible assets growth. 3. Net worth change. Ask, did visible creep? Any new status spend? Adjust one thing. Cancel subscription. Redirect $50 to $100 to investments. Or plan downgrade. Log it in a simple note or app. After 2 to 3 months, patterns emerge clearly. For example, impulse buys after bad days. Fix them early. This habit keeps appearance modest, wealth visible only to you, and compounding on track. Follow these 5 rules for the next 12 months, and positioning yourself to capture a meaningful share of the $124 trillion wealth transfer. While most regular people miss it, becomes extremely difficult to avoid. You won't get rich overnight, but the direction changes fast. Tax-advantaged accounts fill, broad funds ride upward waves, cash buys dips, automation escalates with raises, resets stop drift. Picture 2045. The transfer is flowing. Your accounts have compounded for 2 decades. You're not stressed about basics. You have real options, help family, travel, work on your terms. That's not for the lucky or ultra-rich. It's built by regular people who positioned early, like those who invested through 2009 and became millionaires. Sarah can still become that person. She starts tonight, you can too. This isn't about genius timing. It's simple, repeatable rules that let compounding work during a generational shift. Most will watch from the sidelines. You won't, because you have the structure now. Start tonight. Check sheltered contributions. Rule 1. Confirm broad index auto invest. Rule 2. One rule builds the system. You're regular? Good. That's who wins big when trillions move. Position yourself before it closes. Like, subscribe, drop your age plus savings multiple below. Let's keep each other accountable. Your future self is counting on today.